Hello, this is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. We are a real estate investment club based in North San Francisco Bay Area, and for the past since 2004, almost 18 years. Anyway, thanks for attending. And today's presentation, the title is "Ugly Houses Equal Financial Freedom." All right, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this video, perhaps maybe 15 minutes or so. Then I'm going to ask you to just at the bottom of our video, you have the contact information. So you'll feel free to put your email information into our weekly newsletters. Everything we can send you is free information. And so with that said, regardless of where you live in any part of the US, you have the ability to create a portfolio of investment properties so you can achieve much quicker than you thought is possible, achieve passive income. So my focus today will be to use the cash flow from your portfolio of investment homes to achieve passive income, whereby the majority of you can use the real estate income to replace either all or most of your working income. So you could retire financially free, however long it takes. It is a long-term investment, 10 years or longer. So that's the key to financial independence. It's not going to be, it's not going to be overnight situation. Now, I know many of you look at the YouTube video for real estate education, and I get all that, and you're getting a lot of, very good information, very, very elaborate presentation showing you nice houses and mansions and beautiful houses in ocean front or whatever, and you think that's the way to achieve financial freedom. But unless you're a multimillionaire, to begin with, that will be hard to achieve. So I'm referring to people who want to become an investor, real estate investor. I mean, for the lack of a better term, a mom and pop real estate investor. You know what I mean, mom and pop? You guys are working. I mean, there's a lot of you out there, right? Middle class, maybe even upper middle class, situation, lifestyle. So maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job, slaving away, making like if you're married, husband and wife, are you making, let's say you average making like $100,000 per year, right? And you put some money here and there for a 1K, a little bit of savings and all that, right? It's kind of hard to achieve total financial independence. So you need to diversify. You want to buy more than one rental properties, and then eventually use the positive cash flow from your multiple properties to achieve financial freedom in the next 10 years or more. All right. So again, and do not be overwhelmed or think this is a too good to be true scenario. Again, if you want passive income, high cash flow, so for quote unquote ugly houses is the way to go. I'm not saying you're going to buy in a ghetto area or a rough neighborhood. No, that's not what I'm saying. So let me prove my point. All right. So again, so I know it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Montana or North Dakota or upstate New York or Michigan or up there in Minnesota or in California or in Texas. It does not matter, right? Maybe your own neighborhood, right, is not the right kind of property for whatever reason, okay, and maybe too costly or whatever. So if you can find a way to create a situation where you can buy a single family home investment property or duplex or triplex or fourplex, I kind of restrict myself to no more than 1 to 5 units, 1 to 4 units typically. But yeah, that's the idea. I mean, the kind of additional scenario is many of you are investing for the first time, buying out-of-state properties, and you're trying to find the best concept, the best business model, the best philosophy to buy. I know it's very, very overwhelming to buy out-of-state properties because it's just paralyzing with so much challenges out there. But if you can find a turnkey situation, if you can find a turnkey provider, a trusted turnkey provider in a specific market, right? Where yeah, they do everything for you. That's the whole idea. I mean, that's what I practice. Okay, so whether you are a newbie or an experienced investor, if you are mom and pop investor, for example, you're making a salary of 100 grand, 150,000, you have savings of 50,000, 100,000, $150,000 cash, and you're willing to parlay those financial resources and do some financing, get investment loan, finance your multiple purchase over time. I'm not asking you to buy multiple properties all at one time. Some of you can do that, but do it as systematic, have a written plan, have a real estate purchase plan. You can systematically buy one property at a time, for a few months at a time, buy one property and more and more and more. Right? So a turnkey approach whereby if you can find a turnkey provider in a specific market, they will offer you this kind of properties and they have a good track record and all that stuff. Then, I mean, this is the winning formula. All right. So again, I have very little limited time on this video, uh, on this presentation, but I ask you to, just uh, log in into my email or even click on my, on my video, so you can receive more information. So this is just a big picture situation. So let me share you a screen. Let me start by using, when I say buy ugly houses, right? So this is the typical so-called ugly houses. Once again, right? Do not let this scare you because for many years, mom and pop investors all over the country has been buying these type of properties. Now, the question is, I mean, are you going to do it yourself? Obviously not. So you're going to use a team to help you, right? So again, I'm not going to mention any specific market. There are many markets that have these kind of properties, which is mainly most of them are in Midwest. Now, again, so you have to, as an investor, you should buy cash flow properties in good areas that will give you a long-term success. So surround yourself with a good team, with a turnkey provider, and this is what we do, all right? And so uh, so you have to buy the right kind of property that have the right purchase parameter and the right rental income. I'll give you an example of the cash flow analysis in a few minutes, but let me just share that with you. These kind of properties, if you again, if a turnkey provider in a specific market, if they're able to find these kind of type of properties, I know they're like 50, 60, 80 years old, but as long as they're in a good neighborhood, C class or C plus, maybe even B minus neighborhood, low crime, good tenant market, uh, uh, have tenants potentially, right? And as long as you have a turnkey provider that can help you fix up the property over time and get the tenant, have a property management, right? Turnkey provider, they have one-stop shop, right? They have done everything for you. They have pre-screened the tenants, they have picked the right property, they have rehabbed it with their own money. When you buy these kind of properties, right, you're not paying for the rehab costs. You're not paying for any extra costs. You just buying the property exactly as it is priced. Okay, so no extra cost up front, right? For any rehab cost, you just put your 25% down payment, okay, and then get financing. We have lenders that can help you, those kind of things. So these are again, these are very high level situation. So buy ugly houses because ugly houses uh, in the Midwest area, they have very good rental income, very high cash flow, and they've been rehabbed properly by the local team and make them to make it turnkey. And oftentimes the tenants are already in place, so you're gonna make money. You can cash flow from day one. So as long as you work with a local turnkey provider that have one-stop shop, property management. They can do the loans, help you do the loans. They help you get the appraisal company and a rehab team, a contract team, and insurance companies that can help you insure the property, and they can do the inspection for you. Right, you get a third-party inspection report. Make sure the property has been totally turnkey, fixed up, foundation is fixed, the water heater has been replaced, the roof has been replaced 5 years ago, all rent ready. You know, all the cosmetic fix up has been done inside the house, air conditioning, like I said, water boiler, you know, electrical system, everything has been upgraded, updated, so you do not need too much repairs down the road. We factor in around 5% repair on an annual basis for the long term. So, yeah, so again, you're not going to buy a mansion. You're not going to buy beautiful new construction houses. They are too expensive. As an investor, you cannot, you know, collect enough rent to offset your debt obligations, right? So this type of ugly houses, if you buy more than one of these, hopefully a lot more in a few years down the road to scale your portfolio and look at the numbers, right? Look at the cash flow numbers, and eventually your portfolio of these so-called ugly houses will achieve your definition of financial freedom, meaning that you potentially can dictate the life you want to live under your own terms. So you're not slavery to your paycheck, etc. All right. And all right. So with that in mind, so this is the ugly house, but it's the bones are good, the foundations are good. It'll last a long time for years to come. You may need some, you know, major repairs maybe once every 5 years or once every 7 years, and even then, it's not that costly. You know, $500, $1,000, you know, to repair certain things. But then you can have some small cosmetic repairs. These are good neighborhood, very stable tenants, have a good track record, you know, those kind of things. So you will be successful. So, and then the remaining 5 minutes, I know this property is a real property, of course. Why would I find? And this is a property that is already under contract. Look, this property are not in a multiple listing service. The turnkey provider will obtain their houses under their own portfolio, right? And you just buy through them. You don't need to go to the bidding war that that we've been all been subjecting to in the past 18 months. You don't have to do multiple offers. You don't have to bid over, right? Whatever the price is already set. The price is set for you, all right? So now this example, again, I don't want to spend too much time. I only have 5 minutes left. This is our cash flow numbers. This property is already under contract, but there are more. There are more. You know, in when you talk about Midwest, I know this market is in but for New York, but it could be any of the Midwest market houses or somewhat similar to this. Again, you find the right turnkey provider that have a good track record and they can do all this for you. I mean, everything's done for you. You can become a passive investor, whether you own one rental properties or 10 rental properties. You will not need to quit your full-time job. I say it again. Yeah, I mean, because everything, the property management is done for you. They will do everything for you. They'll pre-screen the tenant. They'll fix the house for you. That's how it goes. So whether you own one rental or 10 rental, the total time you need in any given month is a mere 1 to 2 hours. That's it. It's almost passive, but these properties belong to you 100% under your name. You're not doing a joint purchase with anyone else. Just you and or your spouse are under the title. That's what we're talking about, right? This is your property. It's not a syndication. It's not a joint venture. You're not going to partner with anyone. Every property you buy, whether it's a fiveplex, fourplex, duplex, a single family home rental, is yours. This is your property under your name 100%. Okay? So isn't that cool? So this example is quite unique. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. This is a fiveplex, real property. Unfortunately, is under contract. I mean, when I show you the numbers, it'll be you can be thinking it's too good to be true. I already have the address 468 Oliver. I know on the Zillow, all the numbers are incorrect on the Zillow because this turnkey provider have fixed the property under with their own money. They value under under their criteria. So Zillow, we have a lot of inaccuracies, but this is a really amazing property. I know the other properties available may not have the numbers like you have, which is mind-boggling. So this is a fiveplex, by the way. Uh, Anytime you buy a 1 to 4 unit, you're under the guideline of Fannie Mae lending, right? Very, very good rates. But when you buy a property that are more than fourplex, you are doing commercial loans, right? So yeah, we have commercial lenders. Commercial loan is not that bad. It's not a 30-year amortized loan, but the interest rate, is fairly good, like 4% maybe, right? So still very, very good loan. So don't worry about, I assume you have the credit, I assume you have the money. So 25% down, this fiveplex is $174,000, right? The price is set with this turnkey provider, right? No negotiation is necessary. No negotiation. You pay the set price by the turnkey provider. $174,000 on a fiveplex. Where can you buy something like this? I know it's an old property, but everything is turnkey. Everything has been upgraded. It's all rehab, ready to go. The tenants, all 5 doors, all 5 tenants is already rented. All right, so 174,000 is mind-boggling. Where, where else in the country you can buy a house, a multi-unit, a commercial building, in this case, technically speaking, for a mere $174. And minimum down payment, right, on a commercial loan is at least 25%. So your down payment is 43,500, and your closing cost, let's say 5,000. I know this is just a projection. Your total out of pocket to do financing, which is key to create wealth, is 49,500. So less than $50,000, right, out of pocket, okay, to finance this 5-unit commercial building, multi-unit that is, fiveplex, I call it. All right, so what you're getting? So what you're getting with this 50 grand, right? And you get a monthly rent. I kid you not, this is already been validated. Monthly gross rent is 3,600. Okay, so 3,600 divided by 5, people renting on each unit. So around what, $500 per door rent, right? I think so. 5 times 7, yeah, equals 3,500. So a little bit more than $700 per door. And I put down the 5% vacancy, no, 2% vacancy, and I put down 5%, as you can see right here, 5% maintenance on an annual, on a year-to-year basis, vacancy rate 2%, appreciation rate of 2% on a property. So you look at the debt obligations, the property tax is extremely low. I don't know why, but every neighborhood is different. But in this unique case, it is what it is. I plugged this real number right from the turnkey provider myself. So that is a very, very low monthly taxes for $167. So insurance, $150 per month. Management fee, 10% property management fee. And then you have the maintenance, which is 5% of the gross rent. That would be the maintenance. Let me see what else. So those are the monthly debt obligation. Then your loan at 4%. The loan, your monthly mortgage payment on this property is $623 at 4% interest rate. Again, it's just a projection. So as a result, then look at the financial indicators, right? I mean, the rent to value ratio is 2.1%. This is mind-boggling. The benchmark is the rent to value ratio is 1%. Capitalization rate, 70%. This is off the chart. I mean, we do not have that many of these properties. Once every couple of months, we have fourplex and fiveplex that show this kind of cash flow numbers. But oftentimes, we have single family homes for $50,000, duplex for like $65,000, $70,000, all rehab, all upgraded, all turnkey, and oftentimes the tenants are available. Very good market in various places. In this particular case, this is in Buffalo, Niagara Falls, New York. Again, all right, so this is an off-market property, right? It's not in an open market. It's not in a multiple listing service. You're working with a turnkey provider that will sell this kind of properties under their own private portfolio. Do you understand the value of turnkey? Because everything's done for you. You don't have to, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? So finally, and the cash cash return is 46%. This is mind-boggling. And the total return on investment at the end of the first year is like 58%. So if you monthly, with the 5 doors being rented at $3,600, minus your debt obligation, as I indicated down here, and minus your monthly mortgage, your net monthly cash flow is $1,895. It's almost $2,000 monthly net cash flow. So think about it. What is your monthly retirement passive income uh, that you actually want to achieve? 5,000, 10,000 monthly using your real estate income to retire. So do the math. How many of these 4 to 5 plex would, under this scenario, you need to buy in order to achieve total financial freedom? If you have a $5,000 monthly real estate passive income goal, all you gotta do is buy a couple of these and you're done and you're ready to retire, regardless of your age. Whether you want to retire at age 40, retire at age 50, retire at age 60, if you can find this type of multi-unit from a reputable turnkey provider in a particular part of the country, I mean, it's just like winning the lottery. Look at the cash flow. You know, your total out of pocket is 50 grand. At the end of the first year, your annual net cash flow is almost 23 grand. That's almost half of your down payment money. So your cash and cash return is almost 50%, is 46%, right? Mind boggling. Then you have some additional appreciation, whatever. Look, I'm not going to go dwell on the number. The key is you don't have to buy big mansions. You don't have to buy new construction in Florida and Texas, $250,000, $300,000. That's fine. You can buy in those markets for a little bit of cash flow and appreciation potential. But if you truly want passive income, you truly want high cash flow, right? These type of properties, older type of properties that has been, fixed up properly, right? And put a good tenant in there for long term, and let the property managers manage the properties for years to come. So that's called buying out of state, buying remote, buying in this low key market that, older homes that has been rehabbed, buying in a C plus neighborhood that have very little crime, that have a very stable uh, tenants, right? That can rent your property for several years at a time, each tenant. So you'd be surprised. This kind of type of properties exist out there, right? It's been done for many, many years. We have helped many hundreds of investors for the past 18 years buy these kind of portfolios. I'm not saying just focus on these type of properties, but for those of you that really, really want to buy high cash flow, this is the formula. This is the business model. Does it make sense? So I think I'm spending way more time than necessary. So at the end of the day, it's very, this kind of strategy are very rare. It's not available out there. You have to, very, very difficult to find. But we have these kind of situations. All right. And let me see what else. I think that's pretty much it. And this is our specialty. We are a middleman. We are a brokering. We have a partnership with network with many markets throughout the country, mainly in the South and Southeast and in the Midwest, right? Low purchase prices, high cash flow, very good, low risk. We also, we have a better market, B to A minus type of neighborhoods in other markets, but they're more costly, right? They cost single family home, newer homes, rentals, 250K, 300K. We have in other markets in the South and Southeast, but you have to, buy in different areas to scale your real estate portfolio. You need multiple properties over time to acquire in order to achieve the numeric monthly retirement income, that passive income through real estate, through rental properties. Hold your property forever, just live off, just trigger off the cash flow. So am I saying gonna be easy just because it's turnkey? No, you still have to do a little bit of work, not that much, right? But it's all about working smart, all right? And find the right team to help you to achieve your goal. All right. So that's all I have to say. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. We every week we have newsletters coming up. So just subscribe to our channel or enter your email into our website. Free newsletters, free information. So right, and you just go through our network, our team of providers and houses and markets, uh, regardless of where you live. Buy it passively, buy it remotely, work smart, okay, not work hard, economize, and rely on a trusted team of several turnkey providers in different markets that can help you achieve your goal. Thank you so much. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.